Hi, today we're going to have a dish that is reminiscent of years and years back. When I finished at the Technical University, Vibeke and I went out and celebrated in a little restaurant called the Seven Small Homes in Copenhagen, lying on a little side street off H.C. Andersen Boulevard. And I think there was a movie theater right next door, and they were playing the 7-Year Itch with Marilyn Monroe. So that kind of dates us. But anyway, that evening at the Seven Small Home, we saw for the first time deer back. In Denmark they have small roe deer, and so instead of doing back straps, they use the whole back, and then they cook it. And so today I have a smallish boy, and so I've decided to try to make a similar dish to what we had there many years ago. So what I have here is I have the deer back, and I could just squeeze it into a baking pan. I have taken the silver skin off, and I've placed some butter on top of it here. And so when I put it in the oven, place it in the oven, it's going to be at about 450 degrees for 10 minutes just to brown it. And then we'll take it out, and then we will lower the temperature in the oven for a length of time. In this little bowl here I have mixed juniper berries and accent and also some herb de Provence. So I'm just going to sprinkle that on here as well, so should give a nice taste to the meat. Yeah, I think that's pretty much taken care of. While the back here is in the oven, we will make chestnut puree, and if you have difficulty getting chestnut puree, then I found it in the supermarket. There's a specialty here at Christmas time, but it's imported from France by a company called Roland. And so Roland is in New York, and so if you can't find it, then at least you can try to check in with Roland and so forth. So I'm going to mix this. I'm going to mix this with celery stalks that I'm going to chop. So as soon as the oven has reached the temperature of 450, I'll place the back in the oven and I'll start chopping the celeries. So you know what's going to happen now, and so we can make a break. I guess that just told me that the temperature is high enough, so let's get it in there. And we will just put the timer for about 10 minutes. And it starts. So in another 10 minutes we'll take it out, lower the temperature to about 200 degrees, and then have it in the oven for about, we'll put some herbs in the baking pan at that time. So we'll be back. We're back again, and the deer back has just been taken out of the oven. I have taken it up and placed it here on this cutting board here, while we're going to prepare like a bed for it here by parsley, thyme, and shallots. So mix it up a little bit, and the door to the oven is open so we can get the temperature reduced, and we'll get the deer back into the pan. Just need a little here, and what we're going to do, we're going to take about half of the cream, just drip some of it over the steak. I have also prepared some bouillon here, and we'll give it a little bit more cream. And so we'll fill in about, so half of the 2 cups of bouillon has been put in, half of the 2 cups of whipped cream is in it, and we'll now stick the this whole batch here in the oven for about 40 minutes at 200 degrees. In the meantime, what I have here is another 2 cups of bouillon, and this is for the side dish of chestnut puree. And so I will boil these celery, and then when they're boiled and become soft, I will squeeze them through a sieve and mix it with the chestnut puree and salt and pepper. So here it goes. We'll stick the temperature higher on that burner there, and when the temperature has been lowered to 200 degrees in the oven, we'll stick the back in the oven and for another 40 minutes. So we'll see how it goes. Just so we can catch up with what has happened since we recorded last. In this pot here, I've poured the other half of the bouillon and the rest of the heavy cream. We have the sieve here because when we get the baking pan out of the oven, we're going to drain that liquid into this for our sauce. This pot over here, we had 2 cups of bouillon, and we have the celery that was chopped in small pieces. And what we're going to do now is we have the celery has been softened, and we will put that in with, oh, it sounds like the steak deer back is finished. And what we have here is we have the chestnut in this pot here. You see the chestnut here, and we will now mix that with the bouillon and the celery, and we'll bring that to a boil. When that's at a boil, we will take the cream, mix that in, and then we'll taste it, and if it needs anything, we have black pepper and accent here. So that's what's going to happen right now. So let me take out the back. Back is here, and I think I can probably squeeze it up best this way. And this time here I remember to have something to hold on with, and we will drain the liquid, which has taken the taste of the onions and the parsley, and as well as the thyme. So we'll get the steak back in the pot here, or in the pan, and we'll cover it with aluminum foil. And since the oven is still nice and warm, we'll put it in there And so we'll have that in there for about 15 minutes and let it rest. In the meantime, we will work with the gravy here. We'll boil that up and try to thicken it, and if we need any thickener, we will use that as well. But that should be ready in a few minutes. So. And it might very well be that since it's so light color, that we will use some caramel color to give it a nice brown color. So we're nearly ready. We're just getting a little higher temperature on here. We're waiting for this to boil, and when that's all done, the steak and the back, the deer back, is already done. So all we have to do is cut it and serve it, and again, as we do most of the time, we serve with rice that have peas in it. So that's what's for dinner tonight, and look forward to it, and bon appetit.